Hi, I'm Sally Hayes, and I'm here with Marilyn Gardner, who's my client who's now going to have her eyebrows done. She's already had her eyeliner and lips tattooed, and now we're going to do her brows. Just to save some time, I have actually pre-numbed them, and I've got the shape drawn on for her, so we're going to begin now. Marilyn, how I do the color is I do it to skin tone, not hair color. So they're going to look a little bit darker right now, and then they're going to fade 50%, just so you know. It'll look more like you used a pencil versus brush on brow when they're finished. Are you okay here?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Great. How do you like having your eyeliner and your eyebrow, your lips?
Oh, I love it. I have to get up very early in the morning for work, and it just saves a ton of time.
So have you found that you're wearing less topical makeup now?
Yes, definitely. Just a little powder, some lip gloss. If I feel like putting mascara on, I do, but I can pretty much get out of the house much quicker. And I like to swim too, so it's been nice with the pool or not having to worry about makeup running or anything like that.
Right. You know, the beauty of having the eyeliner done is that it makes your lashes look thicker when you don't want to wear mascara. But I really like how it emphasizes your hair color, your eye color. It pops it out, makes them look more vivid, even when you're not wearing makeup. Now your brows, right now, I'm just feathering the color in, but it's going to look more solid until it's healed. It takes about a week from the time I start to do it. 4 days from now, they're going to get a little bit scaly, and the scale comes off, and then they're 50% lighter. How long had you thought about having your permanent makeup done?
Oh, I looked into it probably 10 years ago, and didn't really think about it a whole lot until just recently. A friend at work was talking about having it done, so, but it seems like it's come a long way since then.
You know, this is my 26th year this month of doing this, and it really, the techniques have changed a lot, and of course pigment companies have come out with better colors, and it's really advanced a lot since 1986.
I really like how subtle it is, or not. I mean, you can start out, because this is it was a little scary for me to get the first one done because I wasn't sure what to expect, but it's nice that it can be kind of subtle.
Do you find yourself wearing as much lipstick, or do you just wear gloss now?
I wear gloss. I have a just slightly tinted gloss that I wear quite a bit, but that's probably the one thing I really didn't like doing was wearing lipstick. It's just too much maintenance, and so this has been great.
And you know, the nice thing is if you get tired of the color, you can always come in and have a retouch and change it. It's no different than changing hair color. I don't know if you were aware of that or not.
No.
But you just take the color where you're at, and if you want to go more pink or coral, you can do that. You know, with eyebrows, everybody's got a different, a low side and a high side to your brows. And what you want to do is make them look as symmetrical as possible without making them look like identical twins. So, I mean, if you study eyebrows, like I think Jennifer Lopez has like the most perfect eyebrows ever, and so does Kim Kardashian. But if you look at their brows, each one of them has their own personality. They're a little bit different, and that's what you want to achieve with tattooing, is not to make them look like you've stenciled them on. This happens to be your higher eyebrow right here. Were you aware that you had a brow that was higher?
I did.
I've seen, I can't recall seeing anybody that didn't have a higher eyebrow, actually, when I think about it.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time trying to pencil in the right one a little higher, but
I always tell everybody that you want them to look like their relatives, but you absolutely do not want them to look like identical twins. hold them up like you're excited. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to come over here on the other side. And come from this angle here. Oh, keep your head straight. Yep, that's perfect. One thing about eyebrows, Marilyn, is I start them out lighter in the front, and then I get them darker, and then as they come to an end, I make them a little bit lighter so they don't look like you've drawn them on. But when you come back for your second application, you'll know how much lighter these are, how much darker you'll want to have them. So at first when you look at them, they're going to look a little dark. But chances are they're going to be a little bit on the light side after they fade. I really take, as you know from your eyes and lips, a conservative approach to this. You want it to be undetectable. I never think it's a compliment for somebody to be standing in line and point out that somebody's got permanent makeup. Even though people have body art that you want people to notice, this should be undetectable. Have you always had a pretty thin eyebrow?
Yeah, I would say yes. I mean, you know, you go through that period where you pluck them, and the style is, you know, years ago it was thin, and so the older you get, I think the less your brow jumps back from that. But
I noticed that a lot of people lose their ends, and a lot of that has to do with thyroid. That's one of the signs they say it's a thyroid condition if somebody starts to lose the tails. But I also think that when you wax them a lot, the ends are thinner to start out with, and then they just thin out. Where you have to add.
how do you decide what kind of shape? I mean, you go to the shape of the face as opposed to style, current eyebrow style.
You know, you can always change the shape up with powder or pencil when you want to follow a fashion trend. But what you want to do is tattoo them right for your bone structure to complement your eyes and your own brow structure. If you make them too high or too low, then it just doesn't look right. And one thing that's good is that if you ever consider when you get older cosmetic surgery, this has no effect on it, which is a good thing, because I put the brows in the position that they should be, so that if a doctor does do a brow lift, your brow will go right along with your bone. And that's important, because sometimes I see people that they've had their brows put on too high, and then if they were to get a brow lift, they'd be up in the center of their forehead, which would not be a good look.
So a person wouldn't necessarily have to wait until they got their eyes done to come have this?
No, it has no eyeliner. You know, when they do an eye lift, they don't get near your eyelashes. And since I do it underneath the lash line, it has absolutely no effect on cosmetic surgery at all. Or having fillers, like if you wanted to do fillers in your lips, having them tattooed won't have an effect on that.
One of the nicest things about this is not having to touch makeup up during the day. I mean, especially the eyeliner, it just looks fresh for a long time.
A lot of people used to experience, they'd put eyeliner on, and then by the middle of the day it would be underneath their lids, or they couldn't wear mascara on the bottom for that reason. Really what it's meant to do is just fine-tune your features and make you look refreshed when you don't feel like wearing makeup. Well, you have eyebrows, let me show you. The post-care on this is really very simple now. Just like you did before, you're going to use a clean finger I'm going to use a Q-tip here, but just use a clean finger and a tiny bit of Vaseline, and you're going to just pat it one direction twice a day before you wash your face. Now water doesn't hurt them, shampoo drips on them, that's fine. The thing that would absolutely destroy them would be if you were to take a Q-tip and go back and forth, force exfoliate. Absolutely don't want to do that. And you do this just morning and night in a very, very thin film. And it takes about 4 days from now for them to get a little bit scaly.
Okay.
And then, unfortunately, it comes off a piece here and a piece there. It won't be a strip. So you just have to, I always say, step out of the mirror and don't look. Let me show
Probably
you.
a good idea to stay out of the sun.
Right, you'd want to stay out of the sun because you can't put any sunblock on them until they're healed.
Oh, wow, those are great.
Now they're gonna lighten up,
Yeah,
so you may
yeah.
want them a little bit darker when you come back.
Okay. Wow, I love the shape.
I love the way your
That's
eyes look.
great.
See how that green pops them out?
Yeah, it really does. Yep, it finishes it off.
Yep.
Huh, great.
You're fine-tuned. Thank you very much. I hope you
you.
enjoy them.
I will.
I'm gonna pat a little bit of this off here.
Okay.
They weep a little bit, so for about the next 10 minutes, you want to just reach up and dab them with this.
Okay.
Thank you all for tuning in and watching my eyebrow procedure. Thank you very much.